Thanks to TCL for sponsoring this video.
Everybody knows that the first thing you do when you move into a new spot is set up the TV. Of course, that's how I roll, only this time, it's the most interesting and exciting TV of 2026. Welcome back to CalebRated, everyone. I am Caleb Dennison, and it is a very exciting day here at the new CalebRated Studios because we're still moving in, which is why all this mess is behind me. The acoustician is coming later today to do their work, but there's no rest for the weary because we have the new TCL X11L coming in. It's the TV that took CES by storm. It was definitely the one that I found the most interesting, and it's going to be here in a matter of minutes. So let's get out to the loading dock and meet these guys. So if you've seen the video about us moving to this spot, then you already know I'm really excited about this freight elevator and the loading dock and the ease that it's supposed to bring to receiving large scale TVs. But this is the first time we're actually going to give it a go. This elevator, built in 1920, y'all, and it definitely feels like it. It looks like it. It kind of smells like it, but I got to tell you, I love it so much. We get down to the main floor, open the garage door, and our boy should be here any second. The great thing here is that they don't have to mess with a lift gate, which really complicates matters when you're talking about a gigantic box. I'm sure you've seen people wrestling TVs off of trucks on other channels. It's going to be super smooth for us here, which kind of makes me feel guilty. It's like I'm cheating or something. Fortunately for me though, TCL instructed these guys not just to get the TV into my space, but to get it out of this crate, which is going to be a huge help. And I got to tell you, what you're watching right now is like a dream come true for me. It really was as smooth and easy and event-free as possible, except some jerk called the trucking company about blocking the alleyway, which is dumb because it's like, this is a commercial area. Anyway, this is what I was looking forward to. We were able to smoothly pull it right into our main shooting setup, and here it is. All they got to do is get it out of this crate and we're ready to roll. Dude, Z, can you believe that? Like, I want people to, believe I'm doing the Lord's work with these gigantic TV reviews, but that was by far the easiest large screen TV delivery I've ever had. This place is awesome. As smooth as that was though, now we have a problem. I don't have a stand that can accommodate this particular TV. BDI is coming through with a beautiful stand eventually, but it's not here yet. What I have is not even remotely close to being able to support this TV. I thought this might be a problem, so I went on Wayfair, I went on Amazon. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get anything soon enough from those guys. So I gotta go down to IKEA and do an IKEA build. Fortunately, I've used this cabinet before and it's long enough. It's about 83 inches. I need about 79 inches to accommodate the feet on this thing. So let's build a stand. All right, glad all that is out of the way, but before we go any further, I gotta get rid of this moving beard. It was fun while it lasted, but I just can't with it anymore. So let's take care of this really quick. That's much, much better. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I had hoped to have some fun time-lapse B-roll of me setting up this fine piece of IKEA craftsmanship. Unfortunately, I didn't. I'm not going to show it to you, is the thing, because I don't think you need to see a grown man cry today. Let me put it this way. It did not go well with the old Brimney's assembly last night. And we're functional, we're working. I'm glad this was available. This guy's about 83 inches wide and 16¼ inches deep, which leaves it roughly ½ an inch shallow of what would be ideal. But I think it's gonna help feature this gorgeous TV just fine. In the end, I'm thankful, but man, getting here was hard. Seriously, I understand how IKEA furniture assembly ends marriages. Anyway, it's time to get to the good part. Let's open this thing up. Now, as I understand it from my friend Bruce Walker at TCL, I should be able to do this the correct way. You may have seen in the past that I have just kind of gone my own direction with unboxing these gigantic TVs. Not sure that that's the best idea with something like this. I will not be laying it down on its face. We're going to unbox this the way it's meant to be unboxed. So instead, we're gonna follow the instructions on the side of the box here and see how things turn out. Let's see. Get that. There's a couple over here that I'm assuming need to be removed. Otherwise, why would they be here, right? Okay, so there is a little bit of tape that we need to cut. Just that bit right there, I think. Haha. I think you're supposed to slide the TV out, but I'm trying to slide the outer shell over. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna work for a second anyway. I'm so excited right now. Do you know? Are you excited? Let me know down in the comments. Zeke, you excited? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Zeke. That's better. By the way, if it looks like everything changed in here, it's because it did. We're having a little bit of a faux spring here in the Pacific Northwest while the rest of the nation is under a deep freeze. Sorry about that. But that means a lot of sun coming through the window, so we had to do something about that. Anyway, ooh, yeah, baby. So, lesson here to be learned is that you need this much room to slide this thing out of the box, which is a lot, you know, and I think that's important. You're going to want to do this out in the garage or somewhere where you've got a decent amount of space. Fortunately, we have a nice, large new studio, so it wasn't that difficult. But yeah, you do need a fair amount of space for this 98-inch job. Not so much for the 85. All right, let's see what we got. Got some big old feet. There's one. Here is number 2. Then the goodie bag, taped in quite securely. Here we go. Remote, power cord, batteries. Set that aside. Feet here, and then these pieces slide off. Now we just need to find ourselves the screws, which are conveniently right here. That might be the most thick piece of plastic I've ever seen on a screw bag. Channel the ghost of Bruce Walker here, and because you know he's unboxed this TV before. Let's see here. There we go. We should, yes, we should be able to pull the styrofoam right out the side and attach the legs. And then you and I are gonna have to do a little bit of heavy lifting. Oh man, but I feel like we're so close to the reveal here. So this big guy, I'm gonna have to remove him. Set this guy off to the side. So I want to do a little more deconstruction of the box here to give us plenty of room, and that's going to require getting this big piece of cardboard here out of the picture. Plus it gives us a little bit more of a look at the screen, which is fun for everyone. Take me. Okay. Woo! Oh yeah. I haven't been able to hook up my speakers yet, so I'm kind of excited to hear how the Bang & Olufsen sound is on this, because I may just need to use this as my audio system for a couple more days while we get the studio set up. But we have exposure to where the legs are gonna go. You know what? Let me go grab a little vacuum and clean up some mess, because a clean TV is a happy TV. Three per leg. I like the kind of the champagne gold treatment on these legs. I'm good with that. Let's see. We have a couple of different height options. We're gonna go right up underneath and get to screwing. One of my #1 favorite activities. Haven't done the screwing joke in a long time. Okay, all right, we got the legs on, and dude, I think it's time to get it up on the stand. You're gonna have to put that camera down though. And go. Oh, that's not too bad. How we doing over there?
Pretty solid.
Dude, did we just nail that the first time?
Like
we kind.
difference.
We kind of nailed that the first time, dude. It's like the TCL logo is dead center on this thing. To be honest with you, I kind of forgot that it had this sound strip down here, and low key, I'm excited about it. I guess that would be high key, wouldn't it? I know all the lingo. It's a fair amount of tape on this, but I think the thing I'm most excited for is the big film peel. That's going to be amazing. So we've got some side protection over here, I think. Oop. Oh, it looks so cool underneath there, man. It's that champagne taupe-ish gold. It looks really classy. You know what's funny, man? I was so taken aback by the picture quality when we saw this in LA and then again in Las Vegas at CES that I didn't even notice some of these finer points. And they really built this thing nicely. It's got a rock solid feel to it, and not, I think, just because it's so big. Like, yeah, that's real nice. Caleb Likey. Oop. Wow, I don't know how they did it, but they made this so that it didn't get lodged in the tiny little seam there, which is real nice. SQD mini LED. That's why we're here, guys. Come down the side, please. Yes. Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh, all right. Here comes the extra good one. It's gonna make a lot of noise too. Kind of like somebody else I know. Here we go. Here we go. Wow. I mean, I mean, this is not my first big TV, but this is definitely the most exciting one. It's not even the biggest TV. I think that would be TCL's 115-inch. We had a couple of those come through, but oh man, this is something, man, I'm really looking forward to checking this out. But we got a few things to take care of. Let's clean up this mess, and then let's turn this TV on. I gotta say, putting TV packing material back together is one of my least favorite things about doing this job. But thanks to Zeke's help and the premium nature of the packing material itself, we actually got this box back together exactly as it came without too much issue, which is kind of an amazing feat. And I just want to pat myself and Zeke on the back for just a moment. Thank you very much. You know, even the power cord is like heavier gauge, more substantial. It's got a premium feel to it, which I think is an important note. The build quality on this TV across the board is just super, super premium. It's built like a tank for one thing, really substantial, but also kind of elegant. I mean, the edges here feel great. The feet are really robust. The chassis feels great. I feel like that's an important note because if you spend $10,000 on a 98-inch TV, you don't just want the tech inside to be super premium and advanced, which it is. You want the entire thing to feel premium, and this TV definitely does that. All right, we're plugged in, put some batteries in the remote and cut this thing on. I do have to say, they could have made the setup screens max brightness, but they didn't. And I just really appreciate that. I have seen that in the past. Because here's the thing, the whole setup screen is pre-processing. Like the TV is not doing what it's gonna do, which actually, you know, you can see that it's not activating local dimming yet. And but it's nice that TCL made the choice to keep these from absolutely blasting you out of the home. All right, after some basic Google TV setup and remote pairing, we are done with the initial setup. Now for the excruciating wait for it to finish downloading everything. I mean, it's only 6 or 7 minutes, but I just want to watch this TV. So while that's loading up, just wanted to point out the remote is going to feel familiar and look familiar if you've owned a TCL TV before. They've been rolling with this style for a while. But what's new is on the side. We have picture control and brightness adjustment buttons right on the side of the remote, which I think is genius because sometimes you need to ride those to get the picture that you want. We're definitely going to be playing around with this in the full review. Gemini built in. I almost forgot. I get to play around with Gemini. I love creating the AI art and using it as a screensaver because I have ridiculous ideas for that stuff. It's so fun.
Ready to be your voice of choice.
Are you?
Feel free to keep exploring until you find the perfect voice. If you like this one, you can stop here.
Feel free to keep exploring until here's another voice in the mix.
Okay, it might just be my imagination, but I swear the colors here already look richer. Just, again, it could just be my imagination, but it sure seems that way, especially that hot pink right here. Even the blue in the hair there was just crazy. Okay, I think the first thing I want to do is mess around with the picture mode because I think we're in standard right now. Yep, so I press that little button on the side and it opens up the picture mode options. And I think we're gonna just go to filmmaker mode for now, which is mighty dark. Movie's a little bit brighter, but we're gonna bump up that brightness again. Let's see, with the little side keys. Let's go ahead and go into the full menu here. I wanna check things out. Oh my goodness, yeah. So like if we wanna boost things a little bit, I think I'm gonna stick with medium on the local contrast, and I think it's a little bit bright in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn peak brightness on to low, and then back down to like 75. Zeke, how's your camera? You doing okay? All right. So that's gonna be for our SDR stuff, but y'all know how I rule. I'm going straight to YouTube to play some HDR. Panel uniformity looks good. Ooh. Yeah, no doubt. Colors look different on this TV. That's all there is to it. It's an immediate response. You know what, Zeke, I need to step in the frame because I need to talk to the people for a second. So here's the thing. We've seen this TV quite a bit. I mean, for hours at this point. In a demonstration, during a filming opportunity, again at CES, and again at CES, and again at CES. We've logged a lot of viewing time with this TV, but each time that we did, it was always in its super hot, ultra vivid mode, right? So it's really difficult for me to judge what the TV actually looks like because I don't watch TV like that, not with the super cold color temperature and ultra bright everything. I wanted to see how this TV looked in my home for one thing, but also with settings that I'm familiar with and honestly footage that I'm familiar with. And I'm telling you, like as I just said before we even got to quality footage, you could tell there was a difference with the colors. It just leaps right out at you. So we haven't put a meter on this, we haven't measured anything, but I don't need to tell you that there is definitely something different. I mean, right now, there is something different about this TV. It pops. Like Zeke will, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, this pops. And I'm gonna need to dive into the scientific reasons as to why, because I don't feel like, higher color saturation, higher color brightness, even higher color purity before, the color filtration should make that much difference. We're always talking about how those subtle differences aren't easily perceivable by the human eye, but what I'm telling you right now is looking at this TV, it's immediately apparent. And I don't think it takes an enthusiast to recognize just how much better this TV is than what you've been watching for years. Yeah, I am sitting here delighted. Granted, this is very good footage. Even though it's on YouTube, it's still very, very good footage. It's colorful. The HDR presentation is awesome. Our studio lights are working overtime to bias this out. And yet, even with all the bright lights in the environment, this thing just absolutely pops. The sheen on this even just looks incredible. Oh, you know what? I can tell the ambient sensor is still on. I need to turn that off. But even with the ambient sensor on, it just looked incredible. Huh. This makes things easier to find. Adaptive brightness off. Yeah, I mean, especially where they're really bold, like primary colors and everything. I mean, I've seen this footage more times than I can count. So has Zeke. This, you know, I realize that I'm at risk of repeating myself. I am repeating myself. I don't care. This absolutely looks incredible. And you know what? Part of why I'm so pleased is because there are times where you get wooed by stuff at events or CES. You know, the excitement is infectious. It's in the air. And you know, when you're looking at something in Vivid, it's hard not to go, ooh, ah, because it really jumps out at you. So I'm so thrilled that this TV really is the game changer that everybody recognized it was when we were at CES. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Doesn't hurt too that it's just 98 inches of this awesomeness coming at you. It's just, it's addictive. Hey, and it sounds good too. Man, it's got a little punch, a little bit of bass. Totally respectable. And a big part of the reason it does sound so good is because we have forward-firing speakers right here. There's just no getting around. You need that in order to get a direct, clean sound. And it definitely is coming out of this TV right now. Well, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this unboxing and first impressions video, because I have had an absolute blast making it for you, and an even better time checking out this TV in my own space for the very first time. I cannot wait to get to the review on this television. It is going to be so much fun. But what I can tell you for certain is that this TV is definitely the game changer that we all hoped it would be when we first saw it. I am so pleased to report the TV is amazing. It's the bottom line. It's amazing. Just how much more amazing it is than any other TV technology on the market this year remains to be seen throughout the year, but there's no doubt about it. This TV is just absolutely incredible and a ton of fun. I'm not gonna lie, 98 inches of this is pretty great. One thing though is unequivocally clear to me right now, and that is that TCL has the TV to beat this year. Yes, OLED has its place, but we're talking about a whole different category of awesome. What might be the most exciting thing though is that the SQD mini LED technology that powers the X11L is not going to be limited to the X11L. We are going to see this in other less expensive, less hot rod models that might be a little bit more affordable. Some of the incredible color and pop that I've been talking about today, it's gonna be available on other TCL televisions later this year. I know that for a fact. But for now, I think we're just gonna relish on the X11L because there is so much to feast on. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. What do you think of this video? Let me know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Hype this. I think everybody needs to see this video. I'll see you on the next one, and until then, take care of yourself. I do not want to be laying it.